All right, let's check this one out. Hollister employee busted for water bottle scam, felony charges, all the way down in Florida. Crazy as hell. Y'all like the video? Subscribe if you're new. Let's see what the hell this is.
This is 21-year-old Marie Aviles. On April 23rd, 2025, Boca Raton police
Oh, this is like recent.
responded to a Hollister clothing store in reference to an employee caught in a scheme to steal merchandise. Officers learned loss prevention has conducted an investigation after receiving an anonymous tip on their ethics hotline. The investigation finds that Marie has taken at least 55 different items of clothing by hiding items in her water bottle and wearing items out of the store.
Oh man, she's stuffing clothes in a water bottle and then just walking out with them? Oh no.
How dare you!
Nope.
Hello. So big picture.
No problem. We have, this is Marie. She has taken some merchandise over like the past year, I would say, and we've got that merchandise here. She was nice enough to bring it back to us today.
Oh man.
She never more.
This whole pile?
Yes, sir. So it's 26 items valued at $750, $70 before tax. However, it is under in each separate occasion. She never took this all. Like, this is over an extended period of time. So if you guys wanted to go about it for a theft, then you can. I understand the state law, so if you guys need to handle it a different way, I understand as well. She did write us a statement explaining like what happened and like the why she took it, but there is other stuff she was unable to return, which the company will not prosecute on that because we don't have the merch. But
Gotcha. And this, you found out all this today, I guess, or
we've been conducting an investigation.
okay? Let me just read this real quick, and then your name is Marie. All right, I will talk to you just in a second.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna have her fill out our company trespass form. So like, this is the one I was talking about for 2 years. No coming into the Abercrombies or Hollisters. Just fill this out. Are hereby trespassed from all Abercrombie and Fitch properties, including Abercrombie and Hollister, for 2 years. If you agree to that, please just sign.
I mean, at least she's not being like irate, you know what I mean? She's not screaming and yelling. She's just kind of like, yeah, I did this.
Go ahead and just stand up for me in the meantime. I'm just going to put you in handcuffs and then just kind of explain to you what's going on, okay?
All that for some clothes that you probably could have just bought. Or don't they give you clothes if you work there? Or you get like a really big discount?
Oh, 42.
Okay, you can have a seat. All right, so I'm going to just read you your Miranda warnings, okay, because obviously you're not free to go, and I got some questions for you. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Any statement can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand everything that I've explained to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I see that you've already written out a statement. Is that statement accurate, what you provided to your manager over here?
Yes.
Okay.
You better hope so.
That was a lot of stuff on that list. Did you like keep a log of everything, like when you were stealing it, or?
No, it's just like.
Because that's like a big list of items. I know some of which like you didn't return, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like it's actually like surprising that you actually remembered everything what it was, because it's like completely itemized. So,
I mean, before I wrote that down, we like talked about it for a bit. I've been working here for like a year and a half at this point.
okay. So last year around like December time is when you started.
Man, she really thought she was going to get away with all of it. She said, I'm just going to put these clothes in my water bottle and sneak them out.
Well, I guess technically 2 years ago in
2 years.
2023
Okay.
in August or September.
August of 2023. Okay.
Yeah.
And is that when you started stealing things from the store? When was like the first thing that you were?
I don't remember the first. Probably something like small, like 10 pounds. And then, and I think it was like 2 months into me being hired here.
Okay. And it says that when you were stealing stuff, you would use like a water bottle or something?
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
I have a thermal water bottle, so you can't see through it. So I'll just like put stuff in there.
You would put it in the water bottle. How big is a water bottle?
It's like a 24-ounce hydro flask. Like it's kind of thin.
Okay. And each time, was it always that with that, or were there other methods in how you steal things?
That or just wearing stuff under my clothes.
Okay. Approximately, do you know how many items that you've stolen in the store?
50 something.
Okay. And in total value, could you estimate how much that was?
We estimated it out to about 1,500, I think. Just
Okay.
1,500.
Oh man, that is a felony. Oh hell.
But today you returned, do you know how many things that you returned today?
Yeah, about $700 something worth of stuff, but
Mhm.
$400 something worth of what they can like resell again.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't they be able to resell the other stuff?
It's been
What?
an
Oh, okay. Understand.
Oh. But even still, if somebody steals stuff and they return it, they could sell that again? I feel like I wouldn't. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. People try stuff on all the time and put it back and then you wear it. Crazy.
Okay. Just kind of going through your statement here. So items like black leggings, bikini tops, white bikinis,
swimwear
swimwear. Is there any particular reason
Insane.
why you're stealing all these things?
to not have to pay for them. Some things were for friends.
Okay. The stuff that you weren't able to retrieve, why weren't you able to?
I'm here for college, but my hometown is Orlando, so that's like, it's just at my house.
So the remainder of the items that aren't here today that you returned are like at your house?
Copy South Florida, South Carolina tag.
And how did they find out
That's crazy.
that you were
On
doing?
the camera.
Foxtrot Whiskey
Okay, and then
0934 FWS.
did they call you in today? And-
I just worked today, so I just came in and
And what did they tell you today? Loss prevention. What did they talk to you about today? Was this your first time hearing about this, or?
yeah,
Okay, and what did they say to you today?
they just told me to sit down and we started talking about loss prevention and that they know I've been stealing. And then
And this statement that you wrote was voluntarily on your own?
I mean, it was guided, but it's all true and like I would have said that.
When you say guided, what do you mean?
Like he asked me questions kind of in like a template format, like okay, the first thing you want to write is your name, how long.
Oh, so just kind of explaining how like the statement goes?
Yeah.
Okay, but everything that you wrote was done voluntarily, correct?
Thank you.
Oh hell.
All right. Do you have anything else that you want to add to the statement,
Mhm.
or anything that you think is important for later on? I know it says in here that you're apologetic and stuff, but unfortunately they do want to prosecute, so we do have to go through that process. I'll kind of explain to you where we go from here afterwards, but
Oh man, they're prosecuting.
being
She's
that
like,
it's
"What?
a little over $700,
bikinis."
$750. Unfortunately, you'll probably have to go take the ride today to jail, okay?
Marie thinks she was caught on surveillance video. However, loss prevention provides the tip information to the officers.
On 324, received a
Also, she wasn't caught on camera. Somebody just called in and said, "Hey, I think this girl is Like one of the people that worked there was like, I think she's putting stuff in her water bottle or whatever. Oh, no.
An anonymous tip from the ethics hotline that stock associate Maria Aviles might be committing merchandise theft, but following the details from the call. Since March 2024, Maria has been stealing clothes that fit in a water bottle at the Hollister store that is located at this store. Over the last year, Mary has around 500. No one at the store knows about this situation. That's all we had.
Okay. Is that something I can get a copy of?
You can, you want this case report that we have right here?
Mm-hmm.
You can take it, Jim.
So right now I'm just waiting for a...
Man, she thought she got caught on camera, but it was just somebody that she told or somebody that saw her do this wrote in an anonymous tip, and that's all they had. And then she just confessed to everything.
female officer
I mean, at least she came clean about it.
to get here because they got to search you. We're not allowed to.
Okay.
And then I'll walk you out to my car. We'll try and do the paperwork and get you up there as soon as you can. That way you can get out in the morning, okay?
Okay.
You said you're 21?
Yes.
Okay.
You said you're in school? What school?
Going to Atlantic University.
What are you studying?
Criminal justice.
Oh, no.
What?
She was studying criminal justice. What was she trying to do? Don't say be a judge or an attorney or a police officer.
What are you trying to do? Law enforcement or a lawyer or?
Right now I'm thinking maybe like something with domestic.
Okay. Look, this ain't the end of the world, right? So you're being charged with it, right? You go through the court process. You go through the whole ordeal. You might be able to get this corrected, depending on what the judge sees, and obviously you're a student and stuff. Just take this as a life lesson learned, right? You seem like a great kid, made some bad decisions,
Yeah, about 55 of them.
and you're in this position now, right? You have nobody else but to blame but yourself, unfortunately. Sometimes when it seems too good to be true, like I'm sure the first few items were like, oh wow, it's easy, right? I kept on going. There's a reason why people get caught. There's a reason why there's police officers. People get caught all the time because it goes on forever. But this is not bad because there's other people that steal more valuable things, and they're probably looking at a little bit longer, sentences and things like that because they do it so often. They get caught so often. Again, you seem like a great kid. You just made a stupid decision. And hopefully this
Decisions.
ends here. I'm sure your parents are going to be.
You know, it's funny that lady right there in the pink is like, he said, man, typically people steal stuff that's worth money. And that lady's like, are you saying Hollister clothes are terrible? Are you saying that these like this stuff is just cheap crap? What the hell?
Pissed. And you're 21. You don't have to tell them, but you're getting arrested. You're probably gonna need a lawyer and stuff. When you go to court, you can tell your parents.
Yeah. Do I get an opportunity to use my phone at any point?
Not now, but probably when you get up to county jail, you'll be able to make a phone call. And then depending on how this officer is, you can request a phone call. We don't have to give you a phone call. But again, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't get a phone call. Right? You've been cooperative. You're not, give us a hard time. Again, we're just doing our jobs at the end of the day. So I don't see why not. And when was the last time you stole something? Yesterday?
Yeah. Before that, it was
She said yesterday.
a while.
Okay. And obviously, it's what's done is done. But what made you think it was a good idea?
Just I could save the money and then not getting caught after the first couple of times. I'm like, I could really save money if you do it.
No, I get it. It's opportunity, right? You see the opportunity, and
I could really save money by doing this and then have to pay it all back in the end, plus attorney's fees, plus fines, plus time in county jail and everything. Yeah, you might save $1,500 over a year.
you get away with it for a few times, and probably a lot
That
of
is
times,
nuts.
and just caught up. And a lot of this stuff is for yourself, and I'm sure you got stuff for your friends and family and stuff as gifts. But again, it's hopefully this is the last time. Is this your first job? Where'd you work before this?
My first job, I've been working since I was 16. So before this, like directly before this, was American Eagle, and I never stole from there.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
She didn't steal from American Eagle. Come on. She stole 55 things from Hollister, and now she's like, I worked at American Eagle before this, but definitely didn't steal anything from there.
A female officer arrives to search Marie before she is transported to jail.
You want to do me a favor, just standing up? Face that way. You have anything that's going to poke me, stick me, or cut me? Do me a favor, spread your feet apart.
Transfer like either on the side or back here. I see the tracking on. Transfer. Using part of okay, that's it. I can
That is crazy.
What's going on?
Yeah, I haven't done one of those.
I gave him the option. If you want to throw that one.
Sorry, let me just take this.
Right here, sir.
Bro,
If you want to. We'll do the top. We'll come up with the top.
Claire, just sit down. I'm going to take the shoes off.
That bag is yours? You want it?
Yes, please.
Use or property.
These hot sauce? I got you. I'll do it, please.
Man, they gotta check the socks and everything.
You're welcome.
Man, at least they put them back on for her.
1 day work.
That is nuts.
I got half a day. What time?
Same way we came in? Oh, one second.
It's Jane, right?
Got scared, huh? You thought it was.
Hey, that's how you get rid of that thing.
The what?
The craziest part is too is they said that like they didn't even have. She thought that they had her on camera stealing the stuff, but they didn't. Somebody just called in their like anonymous tip line and said that she was, and that's all they had. And then she confessed to everything.
Oh, you did? What'd you get?
Performance.
Oh, they got a few shit. Model 3 or
Why?
1?
Fast. And then they all 4,000 credit, so the leasing for
I mean, she was super nice, non-combative.
Well, the leasing for that was like $200.
Took
Marie
responsibility.
Aviles was charged with felony grand theft and felony organized fraud under $20,000.
Felony organized fraud? Whoa. That is crazy. That is crazy. Who would have thought about that? I mean, putting something in a water bottle? Hey. To each their own. Y'all like the video, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you on the next one.